Welcome back. In earlier episodes, we explored the Neuro Reflex system and what happens in the stress loop. Those moments when the body is living in protection and fight, flight, or freeze. Today, I want to talk to you about the other side of the story. I call it the Neuro Reflex Recovery Loop. The process of how a nervous system slowly remembers that safety is possible again. But as usual, let's start with the breath. Inhale gently, hold for a second, and exhale slowly. If it feels comfortable, let your shoulders soften just a little. In the NRS Theory, the recovery loop is not simply calming down. It's a shift from I must protect at all costs to I am safe enough to rest, to relate, and to learn. It's about the body discovering a different pattern over time. When a nervous system is caught in the stress loop, everything is filtered through survival. Meltdowns, shutdowns, sensory overwhelm, emotional storms, they all make sense as protection. The recovery loop begins when someone may be a parent, a practitioner, a teacher, or even the adult themselves start to recognize this. Instead of asking, what is wrong with this behavior? The question becomes, what has this nervous system been carrying? And how long has it been carrying it alone? That shift in perspective is powerful. It is the doorway into recovery. So the recovery loop is built from experience that tells the body, you are not alone. You do not have to be on guard every second. You can let go just a little. Different approaches will express this in different ways, but the ingredients tends to rhyme. There is regulated presence, an adult nervous system that is a little steadier, with softer tone, simpler words, slower pacing, and fewer demands. There is a respect for the body, not pushing past limits, but noticing signs of overwhelm early on, and adjusting before everything tips into crisis. There is rhythm, there is predictability, small, repeating pattern in the day. In relationship and in support things, the nervous system can start to trust. And there are moments of real rest, not only sleep, but pockets of time where nothing is required, where the body is allowed to feel supported instead of being evaluated and corrected all the time. In the NRS Theory, the recovery loop is the cumulative effect of many of these moments. No single moment has to be perfect. It's layer by layer the nervous system will learn. Sometimes I'm truly safe. Sometimes I'm not alone. And sometimes I can really soften. So when the recovery loop becomes more familiar, the changes are often quiet but real. Overwhelm may still show up, but the episodes become shorter and very less explosive. A child may handle a transition with one extra pause instead of complete collapse. And an adult may notice they can come back from a hard day with fewer hours lost in shutdown. So the window of what is tolerable widen little by little at a time. More sound, more movement, more connection, more learning becomes possible, not because anyone tried harder, but because the body, the system now has another pathway it can find beside constant defense. For parent, educator, and practitioner, this changes the kind of questions we ask. Instead of only asking, how do I stop this behavior? We begin to ask, how do we reduce the load on this system? How do we become safer, more regulated adult, more regulated presence? How can we shape environment, relationship, and rhythm that makes recovery more likely? The Hela's method and the training that will come later grow out of this perspective. They are rooted in years of close observation of nervous system living in stress loops and slowly finding recovery. For now, my intention is not to teach the specific protocols, but to give you the map, to help you see your child, your clients, or yourself with more precision and more compassion. As you listen to this, you might notice places in your life where the stress loop is familiar, and places, even small ones, when the recovery loop is already quietly at work. Thank you for being here and for being willing to see the nervous system in a new way. If this resonates with you, stay close. There is much more to explore in the NRS theory, and the Neuro Reflex loops, and in the patterns that shape sensitivity, behavior, and learning. We'll keep unfolding together, step by step.